Welcome to the American Idiots Podcast with Money Mike, Tropic Thunder, the Manic Hispanic, the Pretty Boy, and Tara, where we look at the most divisive headlines that are dividing our country, and we present both sides of the argument. It's the American Idiots Podcast live on Facebook and YouTube, and it begins right now.
Everything isn't meant to be okay. The television keeps out tomorrow. We're not the ones I'm meant to follow, but that's enough to warn you. Well, maybe I'm the faggot America.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the American Idiots. Want to wish everybody a happy pre-Thanksgiving before Sean gets on here and shits all over Thanksgiving here in a few minutes. I'm trusting that he will. What's up, everybody? I'm certainly glad to be back here. I saw Manic Hispanic had some food in his hand, and I thought I was going to catch him in mid-bite, but, I didn't get to do that. So we'll start out with Tropic Thunder. She doesn't look ready. Tropic Thunder, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Hey, it's another day in paradise. Another day with a job in COVID world. So I definitely feel blessed.
Could be worse.
Could definitely be worse. And, of course, we'll go to the Manic Hispanic next. Manic Hispanic, how are you doing today?
Yeah, you caught me when I was adjusting myself in the chair.
Hey, that works. As long as I'm catching y'all off guard, that makes me happy. It's the little
Tropic, I see you put your hair up.
Yeah, it was real wild. I was like, what is it?
Yes,
doing
it was.
Hey, the wild hair, everybody loves it. You just gotta let it go.
Well, maybe I'll just get real angry and just let it down.
When are you gonna get some good lighting over you so we can really see you?
I can. Oh, the light over me is off. I can turn it on.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop my cam for a sec.
And with that being said, we'll bring on the man who's gonna shit all over Thanksgiving, Mr. Pretty Boy Sean Castleberry. Pretty Boy, how you doing today? He's staring at me.
Yeah, he's mad because you didn't give him his intro.
Oh, hold on. Okay, that's enough. Talk, Sean.
Never enough.
So
The thing I always hated about that song is it sounds like it's faster and then it slows down all of a sudden.
Dude, when I first was listening to that song, I remember I used to be like, is something wrong with my speakers? Because it would just literally, it would sound like something's going on with your player that it would slow it down. It was the craziest damn thing.
That's the only thing I don't like about that song. That one little section.
Yeah, it drives me insane every freaking time. Sean, okay, I'm gonna give you equal time to shit all over Thanksgiving. Go ahead.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Wait, hold on. What? Sean?
Is this better? Or is it worse?
Yes.
Woo! Are you wearing a
Good to
Scooby-Doo
see you.
shirt?
I am.
That is
Scooby-Doo.
fucking awesome. Hell yes.
1969 Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Not the new shit.
Right.
That new shit.
Yeah, they
real
changed the
shit.
animation. It's weird.
Hey, all I'm saying is, are we seeing the beginning of a kindler, gentler Pretty Boy? He let an opportunity to bash all Americans for celebrating Thanksgiving go by. I'm just shocked here.
I think it's the alcohol.
Yeah, I think it may be the vodka he had.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Alcohol.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Well, don't worry. I can bash Thanksgiving for Sean when we get there.
Oh,
I guess.
well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not really down for. I'm totally down to give thanks. However, I am not down to celebrate the slaughter of millions of indigenous people for the sake of colonization.
Yes. Fuck the colonization.
But the
I'm still gonna
Europeans
eat
need
turkey. Don't
somewhere
get
to
me
go.
wrong. I'm just not I'm not for it. I wish we'd call it I wish
But
we
the
tweak it
Europeans
differently.
needed somewhere to go. What were they supposed to do?
I mean,
Touche.
not kill people since
mean, yeah.
Croatoans,
They
like
didn't
the
need
fucking
anywhere to
go.
Holland
War,
there
baby.
in Roanoke just went and hung out with Croatoans and
All
became
Yeah, I was
friends
gonna
with
say, we
life
could have
because
been
the
homies,
Europeans
you
never
know?
came back. They could have just done that.
I'm
Just
pretty
didn't
sure
want to.
I'm pretty sure the Native Americans were down to be cool with us
Yeah.
until, we fucked them up with
Well, I don't know.
smallpox
I
and
mean,
shit.
they were fighting each other before.
Honestly, the Europeans didn't need any place to go. They had a place, their own land. They could have stayed there. They could have toughed it out. They could have fought for their own freedoms.
Nah,
But they decided to come here and
my daughter's coming in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I gotta
Are
watch
we getting
my
our
language.
weekly guest appearance?
Yeah, she came home from college
Oh,
a couple of days ago.
Hola,
Oh.
¿cómo está?
Say hello, Jensen.
You have a college baby,
Yeah.
Antonio.
good
That-
Lord, you're getting old, Manny Hispani.
I see the gray on you, but your face, like there's just no cracks.
know,
You're so
right?
smooth.
I've
Like,
got
there's
a
no
22-year-old.
wrinkles, but there's
You
all
and
this
Sean.
gray.
So
got it.
handsome.
I've got a 22-year-old, two 20-year-olds, and an 18. Well, he'll be 8. Yeah, he's already 18. An 18-year-old, and then our little baby girl.
Wait, hold on. Sean, how many
How old
kids
are
you
you?
got?
I'm
I have a
43.
29-year-old, a 24-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
Wait, I still think he's got you beat by one, Manny Hispani.
Yeah.
John,
We've
I'm
had this
impressed
conversation
because your
before, and you're
oldest
not
is
even
older than
drinking,
me.
Mike.
And you don't look like you could be my father. I'm so impressed.
Well, thank you.
I am,
What's that?
legitimately.
What's
It's
that?
the Mexican blood.
What's
It's
that?
both of
Gabriel
y'all. You
Iglesias.
guys, like,
What's that?
what?
Gabriel Iglesias said. Samoans are just fat Mexicans or something like that.
That's just wrong.
Yep. People think
Oh,
I'm
man.
Mexican all the time.
Maybe that's why you got voter ID'd in that one election you were talking about.
It was twice. You got me fucked up if you said it was once. It was twice.
You can say you're not Mexican because of the brow, the forehead.
Oh no, I'm
That's
not
what gives
Mexican.
that's what gives me away.
He's saying that's how he can tell you're not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got like 5 head. I've got like Samoan.
Well, no, I was gonna say it's just very Polynesian.
Sean, were you gonna say something?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Uh.
right on. Well, y'all,
You don't want to get on racial things.
right.
He said, "I'm white. I'm gonna step to the back."
We started off strong here tonight.
El Diablo is going to be quiet.
We started off strong here tonight. We let Tolly bash Thanksgiving. Hey, this is gonna be a good show. But I guess the big news, so to speak, today was Biden announcing his first cabinet picks. We have a story from CNN on each of them, and there's one that literally makes me. I told you two about it, but it literally makes me scratch my head. So we'll watch this, and we'll be right back.
President Trump has been obstructing the presidential transition for weeks, but President-elect Joe Biden is pushing ahead and announcing new members of his administration. And today he revealed who will take the helm of his foreign policy and national security teams. Our resident expert, Jeff Zeleny, is in Wilmington, Delaware, with the details.
Brianna, we are seeing some of those names that President-elect Biden is going to nominate to key posts. John Kerry, former Secretary of State, will become a presidential envoy for climate change and will be a member of the National Security Council, certainly elevating the importance of climate change, but also a historic first at the Department of Homeland Security. President-elect Biden is saying he will indeed nominate Alejandro Mayorkas. He will be the first immigrant and Latino, if confirmed, to serve as the head of DHS, as well as the director of national intelligence. Another historic pick there. Avril Haines, a veteran of the Obama administration, a former deputy director of the CIA. So those are 3 of the names we're seeing, in addition to so many more, as the Biden transition team clearly puts out these announcements quickly.
Okay, so
Wait a minute.
go ahead.
Did he put a Hispanic in charge of DHS? What the heck is he trying to say?
I mean, he's making some statements with these picks.
I'm just saying. It's like, what? Why did the Hispanic get Department of Human Services?
No, Department of Homeland Security.
Okay.
Yeah. He's making some statements with these picks. So there's part of me that's like, okay, he's making some good calls. You know, he appointed a woman since this story. He's appointed a woman to head the Fed. But then you look at a pick
Federal
like
Reserve Bank.
Do I know?
The Federal Reserve Bank.
Correct.
Why would he be allowed to do that? Because the Federal Reserve isn't a government entity.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Let me look at what exactly it is. I thought it was the Fed.
The Federal Reserve is a private bank.
Hold on. Give me a second, motherfucker. Let me look at her name, because I can also give you her name, because I saw the news story earlier. Ah, shit. Y'all fuckers. Of course you would ask me this. Of course you would fucking want me to be actually correct on what I'm saying. What a douche. Okay, y'all, I can't find the fucking story. But anyway, with that being said,
this whole thing up, man. You should be prepared.
I had everybody but her, because I forgot her name. You know what? Right there for you. Anyway, so with that being said, part of me is like, okay, he's doing good things. He said he wants his cabinet to be made up of what America looks.
Well, you make notes about the things you want to talk about.
Yeah. You know what? Shut up. He said he wants his cabinet to look like America. You know, he's done that in the aspect of he's checking boxes. He appointed. Do what?
Hey.
You're cutting out.
You're cutting out, Sean. Go ahead.
No, you're all cutting out. It's not me.
Of course, it's us. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying, though? You said something. I said he wanted his cabinet to look like America. You responded.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I you guys were freezing. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, it's your fault, motherfucker.
I don't care about Biden's cabinet.
Anyway, with that being said, he says he wants his cabinet to reflect what America looks like. Immigrants, black people, white people, everybody from all walks of life, men, women. I'm sure he would throw a child in there if he could, probably. But with that being said, though, while he is checklisting all of this, at the same time, it seems like, hey, we're just getting the old band back together from the Obama administration. Hand up. That sure worked for you the first fucking time.
Right.
Just saying. Not the smartest strategy, in my opinion. Not the smartest fucking strategy. John Kerry is the climate czar. Somebody fucking explain this shit to me.
But
John Kerry.
I believe Biden throughout the election had shown that he's not going to make the smartest decisions.
I mean, but you'd think that somebody's like, hey, Joe, you're saying these things. I'm going to need you to back them up a little bit. Like, at a point when America's trust of the federal government is this low, you're just like, come on, Joe, you're not even inaugurated yet and you're fucking up.
Who would you rather have, AOC?
Somebody. Like, literally, I just compared this and you heard me say it. John Kerry is to climate what fucking Ben Carson is to HUD. Like, what the hell?
How do you know what John Kerry's been doing lately?
I would have taken Al Gore. At least Al Gore has something in the public that you could be like, okay, that dude knows what the fuck he's talking about. John Kerry has failed presidential campaigns and was a sucky-ass Secretary of State.
And maybe he asked Al Gore, and Al Gore was like, nah, son.
So you're saying, nah, son, by the way. Well, you know what? Al Gore invented the fucking internet, so he can be the fucking economy.
And he was the inspiration for the movie Love Story.
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Yeah. You're talking about the Michael Moore movie, right? I thought you were talking about the Michael Moore movie, the capitalism one.
No, the romantic drama, Love Story, made in the 70s. Al Gore was the inspiration for that movie. Come on. You're a Republican. You're supposed to know these things to make fun of him for.
Oh, anyway. With that being said. But no, this pick literally makes no fucking sense to me. It's getting the band back together. this Tony Blinken dude, once again, I mean, you said it, and he did. He worked as the Deputy Secretary of State from 15 to 17. But other than that, I mean, he was the NSA under Obama for 2 years.
You know what I think about when you say the word Blinken?
What?
Robin Hood Men in Tights. Come on, man.
Say that.
Where are you tonight? What the fuck, Michael?
Achoo. Come
Fuck
on,
you,
Michael.
Sean.
Even I know. Even I know.
Sitting here trying to be serious, and y'all motherfuckers cracking jokes.
Dude, we're not that
Hey,
show.
it's a short week.
Y'all right.
Got Thanksgiving later on this week, man. There's no serious here.
I'm gonna watch Robin Hood Men in Tights tonight.
Well, motherfucker, you made me listen to John Denver, so you know what? Turnabout's fair play.
I didn't make you do shit. I shared a very valid
Goddamn.
and hilarious
That
meme.
goddamn meme was awesome, though. You cannot hear that song in your head and not have to listen to it afterwards. I'm just saying. Like, I should torture all of y'all and play John Denver as we go into commercial tonight.
Dude, play
That
John Denver.
fucking
Fuck it.
song
I'm
is
all for it.
amazing.
Do it now. John fucking
Just don't play
Denver,
Take
dude.
Me Home.
Oh,
Country
of course.
Road.
It's got to be Take Me Home. Or Thank God I'm a Country Boy. I mean, come on.
I like Thank God I'm a Country Boy.
And the only reason why I like Thank God I'm a Country... Hold on. We were talking about Biden's cabinet picks. Anyway, the only reason why I like Thank God I'm a
More
Country
interesting,
Boy...
Michael. This is more interesting.
The reason why I like Thank God I'm a Country Boy... Have you seen the movie Son-in-Law?
Yes.
With Pauly Shore?
Yes.
Oh my...
I've not.
That's why I like Thank God I'm a Country Boy.
I'll have to watch it.
Tolly, Sean,
You need
say
to watch
it.
that.
Tell her to strike herself roughly.
What's the name of the movie again?
Son-in-Law.
The movie is called Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore. It was made in the mid-'90s. And that's probably why you don't know. Pauly Shore made a lot of movies in the mid-'90s before his career tanked. There was Son-in-Law. There was In the Army Now, Encino Man. There was quite a few. I mean,
He came up...
And I've heard of those.
He's a funny
I've just
guy.
never heard of
Yeah.
Son-in-Law. I don't.
He
Yeah.
came
Was
up
it
about the
popular?
same time. He's kind of the
Was it
same
popular?
type of comedy as early Adam Sandler, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think
Is that one of
better.
his more popular movies? 'Cause
I would
I've seen Encino Man and Into the Army.
Yeah, he's in
Encino Man is
He's
another
the guy
one.
that's like the weasel.
Yeah, I know Pauly
Yeah,
Shore.
that's
I've
Pauly
just never
Shore.
heard of Son-in-Law.
Hold on. I'm going to send you a Wikipedia link to the Son-in-Law movie. Hold on.
Just put the video on of him singing Country Boy.
Oh, goddamn. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Y'all fill time while I find this.
So the cabinet picks really suck,
Yes, they do.
and we expected nothing better from Biden.
Right?
Actually, I think y'all expected better from Biden.
I didn't.
No.
I'm just glad it's not Trump.
To be fair, I did. To be fair,
To be
I expected
honest,
a lot better.
What could he
from him.
really do, even with the strong cabinet, with the House and Senate that he has?
Well, I mean, he has the
Yeah.
House. He
Still
just
up for
doesn't
grabs.
have
I
the
know,
Senate.
but he doesn't have
Yeah.
the Senate. I feel like
Isn't
I
the
don't
Senate
know.
still up for grabs, though, because of Georgia?
Technically,
true.
yes, but I mean, we're talking about runoff elections, and runoffs
Yeah.
tend to scheme highly Republican.
Well, your runoff does.
Motherfucker. Hold on. I'm loading it into the system right now, y'all fuckers.
That's what she
God
said.
damn it. I hate y'all. Y'all made me find this fucking video so I can show Tolly the greatest fucking scene in American movie
It's
history.
worth it.
It so is. It's the funniest goddamn thing I think I've ever seen. Oh,
Seen
hold
from
on,
in the
y'all.
Army now when he gets the call and he's like, I'm trying to plant my goose.
Now, in the Army now is great too. Okay, here you go, Tolly. You ready?
Oh yeah! What is that? Mischief. Look at this thing. It's like a big video game. Stictions. 1, 2, 3. Little music. John Denver. Where can I stick this? Oh, okay, there it is. Just slide it right there.
Doesn't work. Gotta turn it on, and then
That just warms my heart every time I see it. I love that fucking movie.
Okay, that was funny. I'm gonna have to watch the movie now. I bet Ross has seen it, and he's gonna be like, "I'm marrying you."
Right. Oh no, I can almost guarantee you Ross has seen it. Shame on you for not have seen it. And that
Okay.
actually kind of tied in because they went home to visit the family for Thanksgiving, so that works out. We're tying things in, ladies and gentlemen. We're tying things in. Oh damn, Manny
We
Hispanic
lost
said,
our
"Fuck it."
Hispanic.
Manny Hispanic said, "I'm out." Okay, y'all. Seeing as how we apparently don't want to talk about the cabinet picks because Sean said, "Fuck those cabinet picks." Here we go. Manic Hispanic.
Sorry.
Goddamn,
I'd gotten
Sean,
a
you're
phone
trying to
call
shorten
and-
our show even further. Damn, I expected us to talk about the cabinet for a while. Okay, y'all. Thanksgiving
Moving
and holiday travel. Here we go. Story from CBS Philly.
Thanksgiving travel is surging despite the new wave of coronavirus cases, and pleas from the CDC for everybody to stay home. Eyewitness News reporter Trang Do talked to travelers tonight at Philadelphia International.
The Transportation Security Administration projects it will screen some 6 million flyers this Thanksgiving week, down from a record 26 million last year. Travelers Eyewitness News spoke to at Philadelphia International Airport had various reasons for deciding to fly, as the nation's COVID cases continue to climb to nearly 200,000 new infections per day.
I'm not real concerned. Personally, I've already had the coronavirus, and so I've got antibodies, and I'm not real worked up about it.
I travel for work, so that's part of the reason why there was not a whole lot of hesitation to travel, because I've been doing it already for a few months now.
Still, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is advising against holiday travel, a recommendation echoed by Dr. Anthony Fauci on CBS's Face the Nation Sunday.
As we're getting into the colder season, particularly the situation with the holiday season where you see people traveling, you see the clips on TV, people's at airports. I mean, those are the things we've got to realize are going to get us into even more trouble than we're in right now.
A AAA survey found that a large majority of people in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware tri-state area do plan to stay home this holiday. Some who have chosen to travel to be with family are taking the extra step to get tested beforehand. A 48-hour rapid testing marathon in Newark, Delaware, drew long lines.
The amount of asymptomatic people in the line that have turned positive has been pretty high, so we're happy that we're catching them.
That AAA survey found that 90% of Pennsylvanians who do plan to travel this Thanksgiving will be driving. From Philadelphia International Airport, I'm Trang Do, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
I'd just like to say I've had the COVID before, and I got the antibodies, and I'm just not worried about it. It's like, dude, bro, calm your shit a little bit. Fucking, my thing is with this. I know a lot of people are calling people that are traveling assholes, and really bashing them. My thing is this: it appears that a majority of people that are traveling are going and getting tested before they do. All I say is do it smartly. Respect what you can do. If you absolutely feel like you must travel, you must go see the family, you must go do this and this, wear your mask. Wash your goddamn hands. Distance yourself a little bit. Not hard. I don't see it as a big deal for people, that we're breaking records in travel. Because number one, we're on the upswing anyway, honestly.
Here's my deal about it. This is really all I want to say. You got big corporate America open. Walmarts are open, banks are open.
Walmart won't be open.
Fast food places are open all week. So don't tell me I can't go to mama's house.
Touche. I mean, I can see that point. I know Walmart is closing for the first time Thursday, but I think that has to do more with Black Friday than anything else.
Right.
And see, Ross and I, we plan to go to North Little Rock for like a 6-person Thanksgiving with his family, and then of course we're gonna do the dinner in our household, and that's all we're gonna do. And do I think travel is a great idea, especially out of state? Fuck no. And I'm also speaking as someone, who is a U.S. like I'm a U.S. citizen from American Samoa, and where I'm from, like all flights from Belton and Powder are, they're done. But like Antonio said, our government hasn't done shit like to shut anything down. So I understand people are able to travel. I'm just saying I don't think it's the best idea to go out of state, to take a plane, a train. Oh, that rhymed.
What about an automobile?
Trains and automobiles.
Yeah.
What?
That's a movie. That's another movie you need to watch.
It's with a guy named Steve Martin. You might have heard of it.
Planes, trains, and
automobiles. I feel old now.
I don't think travel is a great idea when we're talking on the bigger spectrum of like driving out of state, flying out of state, taking train, a bus, whatever. But driving 30 minutes to go see your family in state, I'm not gonna demonize people for going to see their families during the holiday season.
No,
Even if
you're
it's
positive,
a
stay your
holiday
ass at home.
that I really only enjoy for
Go
turkey.
see your boomers. Go see all the boomers.
Go see all the boomers.
If you're positive, though, for real, stay your ass at home, though. Use common sense. That's my thing. Use common sense, and it'll be okay. Cool. And stop buying all the fucking toilet paper, too. I'm just saying. We're back to this again. Like, for real. We're back to fucking no toilet paper.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, ugh. People. Jesus.
I don't get that. I mean, everybody wants to spread the message of love and thoughtfulness and care for your neighbor by wearing your mask. But when it comes to toilet paper, they're like, screw you.
Well, I think Sean was, I know I've heard it multiple times since, but I think Sean was the first one I ever heard say this. We're about to follow up the holiday where we're going to talk about how thankful we are for everything with the most gluttonous fucking day of the year where people are out there fighting over a fucking TV that's marked down like $50.
Yeah, it's gross.
Well, I'm just saying, everybody's been trying to say, care for your neighbor by wearing your mask. But when it comes to toilet paper, they're like, screw you, I'm taking 12 packages.
Yep.
I don't care about my neighbor.
Like, I don't get being a part of a community and then hoarding fucking toilet paper, because when we're talking about Americans, especially in a state like Arkansas, do you know how many people live on a fixed income from the state?
All you got to do is hook up the garden hose. Go out there and spray your bunghole. Just do it away from the house.
I'm getting a bidet for my new house because this whole toilet paper thing's got PTSD running in me.
Go back to the medieval ages and use a stick.
No.
Is that
toilet paper substitutes do not work?
They're literally shoving sticks up their asses.
I would not doubt it. Sean, go ahead.
No, use your fingers.
You were volunteering to shove a stick up your ass?
No, they use their fingers, kind of like in the Middle East. They use their hands,
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Sean, are you going to demonize people for traveling this Thursday and throughout the week?
I highly encourage it. Go see your grandmothers and your grandfathers. Spend much time with them. Hug them, kiss them, hold them tight. Celebrate Thanksgiving. Please do it for me.
You're a bastard. You're a bastard. My goodness. We are running through this
The sooner
topics.
the better. The sooner the better.
That's so great.
We are running through these topics.
Like, I don't agree with you, Sean, but
I mean, you
like
know
the
exactly
TV
why
joke,
he says
or like
that.
knock knock.
Who's
that? Wait, no, that's not the joke. Oh, the joke is why can't Sally swing on the swing set?
Why?
Because she has no arms. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Not Sally.
Not Sally.
Not Sally. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Oh shit! I was thinking you were about to tell an Ed joke, but
What do you call a guy with no arms or legs at your front door?
What?
Matt. What do you call a guy with no arms or legs in the ocean?
Bob.
Bob.
Y'all best. Oh, I see we're punching our ticket to hell tonight.
I was thinking dead.
Right. Right. Okay, y'all. Well, this next topic we're going to have to kind of change up a little bit. Republicans are urging Trump to concede, as well as fire that woman, which he actually ended up doing. And tonight he actually ended up authorizing the transition from his administration to Biden's. So that means, Biden
he actually tweeted that he would. He hasn't done it yet.
True. He did also say that he's going to keep up the fight. So, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But here's a story from CBS Evening News.
To politics now, a defiant President Trump took to Twitter today, again contesting the outcome of the election that he lost. At the same time, some Republicans are expressing frustration with his refusal to accept defeat. CBS's Chip Reed is at the White House.
On the golf course today, President Trump took a break for several minutes to talk on the phone. He was probably not talking to Maryland Republican Governor Larry Hogan, who said this today about the president's efforts to change the election outcome.
We're beginning to look like we're a banana republic.
The president fired back at Hogan, tweeting, "This Republican in name only will never make the grade," to which Hogan responded, "Stop golfing and concede." The president was also probably not chatting with Republican Chris Christie.
The conduct of the president's legal team has been a national embarrassment.
In Pennsylvania, a federal judge rejected the president's election lawsuit, comparing it to Frankenstein's monster haphazardly stitched together. Pennsylvania conservative Republican Senator Pat Toomey described the judge as a longtime conservative Republican and wrote, "I congratulate President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris on their victory." Despite the growing number of critics, most Republicans are still quietly supporting the president in his largely unsuccessful quest to overturn the election. Some, though, are speaking out, like Senator Kevin Cramer of North Dakota.
I don't know why we're so easily offended by a president that's carrying out all of his legal options.
But even he said it's now time for the president to start sharing information with Joe Biden.
It was past time to start a transition, to at least cooperate with the transition.
Today, President Trump's campaign said it plans to appeal that case in Pennsylvania, and the president's attorneys say they hope to take it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Jamie?
Chip Reed at the White House.
Okay, so that was last night. Trump fired a lawyer, I forget her name, that was just fucking insane this morning. And since then, he has Michigan voted to certify their election results. So Biden officially won Michigan. And he said he would cooperate with the transition. Number one, I think this is as close to a concession as we're going to get. Take it for what it is. I personally got quite the fucking laugh out of the Maryland governor saying stop golfing and concede. And then, Chris Christie literally just called you a national embarrassment. And Chris Christie is a national embarrassment. So, there's that. We'll start with you, Manny Hispani. What's your thoughts on the break in the ranks and, Trump finally authorizing the transition?
Well, you say the break in the ranks like that's something new. The Republicans have been broken in ranks since Trump got in. There have always been Republicans that didn't actually agree with him.
True.
So the ranks have been broken.
Mitt Romney doesn't count, though.
Well,
As
I mean,
far as-
Mitt, McCain, to a certain extent, Jeb, obviously. Anybody he ran against in 2016, I'll say that. The former Republican elite. One thing I do say that kind of worries me a little bit is that Trump is making moves to continue his hold as the elite in the Republican Party, so to speak. He actually has formed a super PAC to start supporting candidates that Trump supports. So he's definitely not letting go of the Republican Party without a fight. Sean, what's your thoughts on the what's happened over the last 48 hours?
I mean, nothing's changed. He's still fighting. He's still denying that he lost.
Well, I mean,
the Biden administration is still, trying to get something done. But
do you not agree though that this is probably as close as we're going to get, and we should just take it?
No.
No.
I think that whenever it gets down to the 5th of December and they certify because there's no proof of the allegations, he will concede.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
No,
because I honestly don't believe it's 100% him. Yes,
Really?
he's pushing hard for it, but I think there's other people in there that keep telling him, no, you have a chance. You have a chance.
Yeah,
I wonder if Rudy, because Rudy does seem to be pushing a lot of these crazy theories.
You mean Alice Cooper, right?
By the way, I did love that. Was that hair dye? What the hell literally was that was coming down his dome? It had to be hair dye or something. That shit was crazy.
I was thinking of that scene from The Fifth Element.
Rudy needs to worry more about that scene from Borat than he does trying to keep President Trump in office.
Right? That nasty fucker, right?
That motherfucker is laying back on his fucking...
Putting his hand on his peen. Dirty old man. Dirty.
He is a dirty old man. That is definitely... that's definitely true.
Did you see that orb go by? That little orb? That's cool. You didn't see that? Oh, maybe it was just on camera. Okay.
Maybe you've been doing.
Have another drink.
Yeah, have another drink. I thought it was the cocaine, but
Oh, I don't believe in any of that shit. I just thought it looked cool.
I know. That's why I had to say it, because I know you don't believe in anything at all.
Yeah, he does not believe in any sort of
inevitability of death. That's about it.
Yep.
Sean said we were born, we die, we might as well fuck shit up while we live.
Might as well have a good time. That's it.
Oh shit. This is a fun Thanksgiving episode. I'm actually enjoying this, although I'm not even sure if we're gonna make it an hour and a half. But
I'm not an animal.
No, my animal.
I know.
Oh,
Sally, what's your thoughts on Trump conceding?
What's your thoughts on the?
Since Mike don't want to call on you.
Yeah, hold on.
I respect women. This country hates women, especially Mike Carnahan.
He is a sexist piece of crap.
Whatever happened to ladies first? I'm just kidding.
He did go ladies first.
Oh, you bad.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Ooh.
Oh, hold on.
Like
I got a story after Tolly gets done. I've got a story to tell you about this news story I read yesterday. Go ahead, Tolly.
I'm pretty much Antonio when he said that once everything's pretty much verified by December 5th, Trump will really have no choice to. I will honestly I didn't think I could be more surprised by anything Trump could say or do, but I would honestly be surprised if he didn't just concede with dignity at that point. Honestly, I would.
Does he have dignity?
I don't know that it'll be dignity, but
I don't think he has dignity.
He did it at all.
I think with a lack of other options, he will concede.
When I say with dignity, I'm really just putting it on the Trump scale for him.
Touche.
To each their, my half full glass might be a full glass for Mike. I don't know.
Well, another thing that kind of shows that everybody's preparing for the inevitable, the Secret Service team that currently protects President Trump have been asked if they would be open to a move to Mar-a-Lago to protect him down in Florida. So, everybody's seeing the writing on the wall. They're just trying to work around the Donald at this point. Okay, so story time. Story time. I read this news story yesterday, and I want to say the woman was in Florida. So this woman pretends to be an FBI agent, right? Walks into a Chick-fil-A and says, if you do not give me free food, I'm going to arrest you.
Wow.
Needless to say, the Chick-fil-A employees call the local police. And this woman, you want to talk about committed. This woman turns around and as she's being handcuffed for impersonating an officer, literally picks up her shirt and starts talking in her shirt about how she is being taken away in handcuffs and they need to come save her.
Wow.
Oh, Sean
Gone off
didn't
that
enjoy it
blocker.
as much as y'all, but I knew y'all would enjoy it.
That wasn't an SNL skit.
Wait, what? That was an
That
SNL
wasn't
skit?
an SNL skit.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no.
making a joke. I'm like, that doesn't sound like real life.
This
That sounds like
was
an
real life. This was Florida.
SNL.
Wow.
This was Florida.
Yeah. And that'll be our public service announcement to anybody out there. Just say no.
Yeah, don't do
I gotta
drugs.
step away for just a sec.
Unless, of course, you're in Oregon, where it's just they basically said, "Hey, fuck it, do what you want." And people in Oregon ripping lines of cocaine and not having to worry about the feds jumping in. Oh Lord, this has been a fun show. What'd you say, Sean?
I said you're welcome. I'll be here all week.
Okay, y'all. This is a new one for me. President Trump actually claims that there was no orderly transition between his administration and the Obama administration back in 2016. That's part of the reason why he's
bullshit.
I agree. That's part of the reason why he
Well,
saying he's fighting.
Y'all have to understand legalese, okay?
Okay.
It's that one word right there after no and before transition.
I would say that there was an orderly transition. I mean, think about it. 2 days after he was
in Trump's world, that wasn't orderly.
Touche. Trump's world is any.
I mean, I'm sorry that President Obama didn't bend the knee, but he doesn't
pretty
have
much
to.
what he wanted.
Yeah.
But I mean, 2 days after the election was called on election night, like 2 days after election night, he's sitting there in the White House in the Oval Office with the president having breakfast, talking about shit.
Right. But in legalese, there was transition. It just wasn't orderly in Trump's term.
Right. And Tolly, you look about as confused as I was when I first read this headline. President Trump is claiming that there was no orderly transition between from Obama to him.
Now, playing devil's advocate,
Oh.
I could say, the way people like myself hate Trump and just ride on about the things that he does that we dislike and are against, et cetera, et cetera. I could see that being what they meant, but at the same time, I don't put that past what most presidents deal with. Like, if Obama would have had a more scandalous presidency, he very well would have been, pursued for impeachment by the Republicans. So
It was close, I'm sure.
Yeah, if there was something that he could have, an impeachable offense at all, they would have jumped on it.
Oh, they tried.
He was still
I'm
harassed for
pretty
his
sure
birth
that they
certificate
tried to.
and overall existence, vilified for his religion because of his name, despite being Catholic and growing up Catholic and going to Punahou and
I'm pretty sure they tried to nail him with I want to say Libya. Sean, did the Republicans try to impeach him on Libya, or was that strictly Hillary that they were going after on that one?
I think that was Hillary
They didn't try to impeach President Obama at all.
They didn't? I thought Republicans did try to impeach Obama.
Well, no, they never did. And that was kind of
Maybe they ran their mouth about it.
They would mention stuff, to see what kind of support they had.
But of course, they never had the support.
Exactly. So they never pushed it.
Right. Well, once again, I mean, my thing is this. I mean, we're getting the old team back together. You're looking at everything. Basically, this is Obama administration 2.0. And, the president is saying that he had to deal with these things leading in. I mean, it just seems like it's playbook. It's standard plays out of the Trump playbook. Oh, I'm the most shit talked president in the world. I've been so mistreated. Nobody wanted me to win ever since I came down the elevator. All sorts of shit that obviously isn't true. If nobody wanted you to win, Donnie, you wouldn't have won in 2016. I'm just saying. We would
Have you seen that Saturday Night Live skit where they get the old band back together, Mike?
Which one?
I don't even remember who's in it, but it's an old punk rock band.
Oh yeah.
And one of the guy's daughters is getting married, and they decide they're gonna get the band back together for that night. So they're singing old punk rock songs at this chick's wedding.
Well, I mean, I swear that's what this whole cabinet situation feels like. It's getting the band back together. Hey, we're going to go continue what we wanted to do from 16 on with Hillary. We're just going to continue. I mean, Ron Klain's the chief of staff. Ron Klain has been in every major Democratic administration since. I know he was in Clinton's. Sean, was he in Carter's? Ron Klain? Ron Klain's been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I know he was in Clinton's. He was going to be in Gore's.
He should have been, yeah.
Yeah, he was all over the place. So once again, I mean, just double speak again out of all of this. But it's going to be interesting now that he has. I wonder if he made these cabinet appointees today because he knew that the president was going. Maybe Donnie Boy did the right thing and was like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and give you, maybe he gave him a heads up call and says, hey, I'm going to go ahead and let you get the transition. And that's why Biden felt comfortable enough to make these appointees known today. Maybe he knew it was coming, but, you know.
And maybe his team was telling him, even if he's not giving you a transition, maybe you should go ahead and start thinking about these things.
Well, true,
so when
true.
you do get it, we can go right into business.
Right. We're way behind on the transition. We're almost a month behind on the transition. So he's got a lot of shit to do in a very short amount of time. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, final thought on this for me is bullshit. You got as orderly a transition as can be expected. Tolly, do you think that President Trump, was there anything out of the ordinary in the transition from Obama to Trump? Besides the fact that a fucking Cheeto took office?
No. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary with that transition. I honestly felt like I didn't want it to happen, but it was a pretty smooth transition.
It was pretty damn smooth, right? Like, honestly.
Especially with how divided our nation was, during that transition, just like we are now.
I'll say this much. President Obama, unless I'm mistaken, actually talked pretty damn nice about Trump heading into Trump.
Yeah, because he didn't want him to find the cameras or listening devices he had planted around.
God damn it.
QAnon says what?
Now we're back to I was spied on.
Obamagate.
Yeah.
We really know why Trump is very jealous of President Obama. We really understand that.
Just look at the hands.
I mean, like I said, it was as smooth and orderly as possible. And now looking back at all of this, though, I think Sean was the one that's going to be the least surprised. But we really should all be like Sean, that this hissy fit we should have knew was going to come if he lost. We should have knew the fucking hissy. Like, the fact that I talked myself into thinking that if he lost, he would concede with dignity and he'd actually respect the process. the fuck was I thinking? This is Donald
What the
fucking
fuck were you
Trump.
thinking? Strike yourself roughly, motherfucker. There we
Actually,
go.
that was the roughest I've struck myself so far. God bless you.
I didn't see glasses fly off. It wasn't hard enough.
Since earlier today when he struck himself roughly in private.
I read a review for cosplaying like weaponry
Oh yeah.
gear.
Mhm.
Super, like long lasting and efficient, low maintenance, pretty dead on when you throw it, and little hooks so you can hook it onto your costumes. They're anal plugs. I highly recommend them for you, Money Mike.
Nice.
What?
Michael, don't act like you've never played with an anal plug.
I really did read this review.
What
though.
just happened?
I really did.
What just
It was
happened?
mean.
She's informing you where you can get some of your merchandise.
Yeah.
I think one day I'm going to get one monogrammed with his initials and like have him open it on camera for our show just for the laughs. And like, you can just give it back to me. I will make sure I give it to someone who can use it.
Get him some anal beads with a letter
Don't
per
knock it
bead
until you try it.
for his entire name.
Okay, with that being mentioned, stimulus talks have all of a sudden popped back up. So we have a story from Bloomberg Quick Take. Now, here we go.
And Congress is getting closer to a deal on a roughly $1.5 trillion spending bill. It would avert government shutdown next month, but talks to hash out the details are still underway. These are separate from the stalled negotiations on another coronavirus relief bill that Democrats and Republicans are far apart in negotiations on.
Okay, so basically it looks like all we're doing now is trying to keep the government open. Fuck the people. We're trying to keep our paychecks flowing once again. It's funny how nicely they talk to each other when it's about their own paychecks, but when it's ours, hey, fuck them.
Well, we have to remember too that since all this bullshit started, that the American people have received $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
A lot of them haven't worked.
A lot of people in
March.
Europe have been receiving $1,200 to $3,000 a month every month since this started. But Americans are supposed to just tighten their belts and live off $1,200. People are being affected like mad crazy all over the country. That's not a news story. That should be a news story. I was listening to NPR this morning. They were talking about how many people from New York to California, Hawaii, Alaska are being evicted because they can't afford their rent.
Utilities are
Yes.
being shut off now because
Yes.
the COVID relief has stopped.
Right. Like here in Arkansas, they can't do that under particular cases, but they will if you basically are between 18 and say 65 and no health conditions. Yeah.
Which, I mean, Manny Hispani, I think I hazard to say that there are jobs out there because there are jobs that you definitely don't want. There's jobs that I definitely don't want.
There's
If I lost my job, I would not want to go back to a minimum wage job.
There's 2,000 jobs open right now in Central Arkansas on Indeed.com right now.
There
I
are
was going to
jobs.
say I get regular messages for jobs that are accepting applications. So,
However,
there are jobs there.
Yes.
Whether the people are qualified for them or not is a different story.
Well, unfortunately in America, we cater to and take care of old people, giving them free health care, making sure they have Social Security, and we fuck young people. We don't give young people no free education, no stipend to live on, no medical. It should be the other way around. I mean, if you're already old and retired, you're out the door anyway. Fuck them, right?
I don't know how true this is, but Biden's actually said he's going to forgive all student loan debt. That's going to be interesting.
That would
so
be very
that's
nice.
something he's doing for young people. But you're right. I mean,
Well,
but my
I wonder
thing
what
is-
the banks are going to say about that because that's a lot of money
Very
out of the
true.
bank's pocket.
Very true. Very
Fuck
true.
the banks. We
I
bailed them out
understand
back
that,
in
but they
2008.
still have
But-
legitimate
But
rights.
guess what? Guess what?
They
The
lend
banks
money
out,
control the
period.
shit.
The banks control the shit. Anyway.
Did they lend money or did they lend credit? I mean, credit is bullshit.
On paper, it's money.
Yeah, true.
I
I mean, what is money but a piece of paper anymore?
Yeah.
Pluses and
I mean, it's
minuses.
just basically like, hey, I'm giving you credit. Here you go. And they're like, oh, we'll take your credit and we'll fuck this guy with a whole bunch of interest. There's really nothing there.
Love you,
It's
Mom.
all imaginary. Oh, I
It's
saw a
all
ghost
on paper.
behind you, Callie.
Pluses and minuses on paper.
But back to what we were talking about, there is a lot of jobs out there, whether that be minimum wage McDonald's, whether you don't qualify, et cetera. There are a lot of jobs. My thing is this, though. I also see the other side of the coin. If you've been working in technology industry for 40 years and you're used to making a certain income, you can't go to a McDonald's and survive. So I understand some of these people that are sitting at home.
See, that's
still, and
called
they do
pride,
need
though, and that's
assistance.
just fucking with you, okay? I was laid off recently, and I took a job, right, that involves sales. I made $4,000 in a month, okay? I did actually pretty good. Next month, I didn't, but, the options are there.
Right,
Anybody
the
can go out
options are
and
there.
try to do something.
But what I'm saying is I do understand the people that they can't take that pay cut.
Being
They
an electrician.
will lose their home if they take that pay cut or something
Well,
like
maybe
that.
maybe
You know what I
people
mean?
should live well within their means. I mean, why
Being
are
an electrician. But it isn't
Hold on,
about
you're sounding
being
awful
means,
lot like a
all right?
Republican.
Being an
Sean
electrician
Castleberry.
working in the construction industry, if all of a sudden I didn't have my job, I really can't afford to go to McDonald's at half of what I'm making now.
Right.
okay?
So it's not me living outside of my means. I'm able to afford my mortgage right now. I'm able to afford the car payment I have
Hold
right
up.
now.
Did y'all just switch platforms? Did we just have a paradigm shift here on
Oh, no,
the show?
I'm more of a minimalist. I think that people shouldn't have more than what they need. Okay, I don't think people should have McMansions. I don't think people should have brand new giant $60,000 vehicles and all that bullshit.
I've got neither of those.
Says
No,
the
but
guy
I'm
driving the
just saying,
2020.
There are a lot of people out there that live well beyond their means, that put themselves into so much debt to, paint the picture of the American dream when, everyone's just one fucking medical bill away from bankruptcy.
Tully, what's your thoughts on this? You've been quiet. Do you understand the people that can't go and take these pay cut jobs?
No, and here's why.
Okay.
I grew up in Hawaii in the projects with very little, and I grew up in a household where anyone old enough to work, including myself when I was old enough to work, did what was available, what we had to do to maintain our household. So I don't understand not taking a pay cut. I don't understand not starting over when your life gets fucked, because honestly, that's all I've ever known is watching the adults in my life get fucked over time and time again. And that includes my two veteran parents. And every single time that happened, they had to start all over, suck up their pride, diminish their ego, and take a pay cut, work the extra hours, take the job that my dad did janitor jobs in Virginia. And when my cousins would try to make jokes about it, and I wasn't ashamed because it was 2008 during the first recession of my lifetime that I was old enough to understand. And quite honestly, I was proud. I don't understand people that are too proud to take a pay cut and just start over, whatever the situation is. I don't get it for myself.
So just so I make
like
sure
Antonio
I
was saying,
understand.
he said that he has a certain amount he has to make because of the bills that he has, right? So if he takes that pay cut, he could lose some of the things that he has, And my argument was then people shouldn't live beyond their means as far as the size of house and things like that. Again, being a minimalist, I think everyone in this country, just about damn near everyone in this country, lives beyond their means. And I think everyone should reduce what they have, smaller homes, smaller vehicles, everything.
Sean, do you live above your means?
No, I don't.
And see, I understand all of that, but my
television in
thing
my
is,
house.
if something like that were to happen, though, would you, like, if you just lost your job, Antonio, would you just not go and take, you know, the pay cut for a job that was available that you could get? Like, I don't see you doing that. You have a family, you have a household, you have your bills. Like, I don't
I'm still
understand people
going
that
to
really
try
put
to
that.
find work, but
Mm-hmm.
if I take a job that is paying less money than I'm making now, it actually hurts me from unemployment.
I understand the point.
There.
It
I
would
wasn't
do
thinking
me
about it in
better
terms of
both sides.
unemployment.
I understand the point that both
I was
sides
just thinking
are making.
about like the realism of like if you were in this situation, like I was missing that.
I understand the point that both sides are making here. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah, I
Republicans
can
are
agree and
wanting.
disagree with both
Republicans
sides of
are
this
thinking
argument.
that everybody on unemployment right now are a bunch of lazy fuckers who don't want to go out and get jobs, and they're pointing to job numbers.
I don't think that
And
either,
then
though.
Democrats are saying that, you know, hey, we can't fucking get jobs because, you know, all the jobs out here are shitty. I see both fucking sides of the argument, though.
But
like,
see, not
do I
everyone
want to
that's
lose my
unemployed
house so I can have a
is able
job?
to gain unemployment. So I don't even think about unemployment as part of that equation because even during this pandemic, most people are having a hard time getting it. So I just think about it in terms of jobs available and like the reality of a situation. If you became unemployed in such a situation, you could take advantage of those government benefits. I am not going to knock any American for doing that. I'm just not. While they look for
Especially
something
when
better.
you have worked and paid into those.
Exactly. While they're looking for something better, you know, like taking their time to get something more ideal, like that's different. But if like you walked out of your job and you fucked up all your chances of getting unemployment, and then you're just like, I'm not going to do this.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah,
You're
I'm like,
cool.
fuck you. Like, if you're too prideful to be a janitor, if that's the only thing available to you, like I can't respect that.
Right.
Like I said, I can see both points though. Like I
Mhm.
can see people not wanting to take the pay cut because, you know, obviously, hey, I don't want to lose my house, or, you know, there's a lot of people in this country right now that are in a catch-22. You're
Yeah.
damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you get off unemployment to go take this job at McDonald's, guess what? There's a good chance you're going to lose your house. There's also a chance that if you don't, that you're going to lose your unemployment. So there's a lot of Americans right now that are sitting in this that could really benefit from another stimulus. Hey, look, like how I brought that back around?
Well, Michael, I mean, you've turned tricks on 65th Street, so we know that you'll do anything for money.
God damn it, I hate you. Anyway, with that being said, oh, wait, hold on. Dina says, hey, everyone, just tuning in. Hope you all are doing great.
Hey, Dina.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Trying to figure out if we have our one female from Cummins still paying attention to us tonight. And, guys, final topic for tonight besides the American Idiot of the Week. I told you we were burning through these motherfuckers. Sean Castleberry, you are not in an argumentative mood tonight. Did you smoke weed before the show?
No.
I need a drug test. Somebody.
During the show.
I don't smoke weed. I don't like it.
I'm just joking because you're
Yeah.
usually a little bit more feisty than you are tonight.
The
I think it's
vodka.
the vodka. It's the
Yeah,
vodka.
well, it is a little bit of the vodka, and I've been watching the Rams play football while we've been doing this, so I have been a little distracted because
you hear this?
Go
You
Rams.
hear this bastard over here?
You don't even know where you're
God
pointing.
damn it! You know what I mean. He's a bastard. Anyway, how's the Rams doing? While we're here,
They're tied 14-all.
who are they playing?
Tampa Bay.
Okay. Anyway, Kenosha shooter. Here we go.
New at 10, our first look at accused Kenosha gunman Kyle Rittenhouse after walking out of jail on $2 million bond. That is Rittenhouse there in the middle, lawyer on the left, and actor Ricky Schroeder on the right. CBS 2's Jermont Terry is live to explain how the actor helped get that teen out of jail. Jermont?
Marie, Antioch is where Rittenhouse's last known address was listed, and he was released, but it's unclear if he actually crossed back over into Illinois, and that's because the courts didn't update their online portal. What is clear tonight, his attorney dropped $2 million cash. And let's break down tonight where that money came from. After sitting in jail for nearly 3 months, Kyle Rittenhouse is free on bond. He's the 17-year-old accused of driving from Antioch, crossing over into Wisconsin with a loaded gun, then killing 2 during their unrest in Kenosha.
Your Honor, the state is going to ask the court to set bond at $2 million.
A judge granted Rittenhouse that $2 million cash bond, a bond the father of one victim felt was still too low.
He has people out there that will help him, organizations of militia members that are raising money for his defense right now.
And it turns out conservative groups such as FightBackLaw.com helped out. More than $500,000 raised through a legal defense fund for Rittenhouse. While most of the money came from small donations, Rittenhouse's attorney took to Twitter thanking donors, saying, quote, "We the people did not let him down," end quote. And celebrities joined in too. Here's Rittenhouse tonight standing next to actor Ricky Schroeder and his attorneys hours after paying that $2 million cash bond to get free. Money also raised by businessman Mike Lindell, inventor of the MyPillow. But for those who lost loved ones, they begged weeks ago to have no bond, fearful of this moment.
Kyle Rittenhouse thinks he's above the law. He's been treated as such by law enforcement. And so he believes he's justified in this case. And for him to run wouldn't surprise me.
And tonight, the stipulations of where Rittenhouse can go are not detailed online, but we do know he's been ordered to have no contact with any weapons and also none of the victim's family members. Reporting live in Antioch tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
New attack.
Number one, that reporter's like, this motherfucker right here done got some $2 million. No, but for real, looking at this situation,
I don't like your black
number one,
voice.
did anybody peep the shirt he was wearing? He was fucking wearing a goddamn rifle shirt he's a 17-year-old. He doesn't take this seriously, number one, by the fucking shirt he's wearing. What the fuck is his lawyer doing allowing him to wear that fucking shirt?
I hope he's put on trial as an adult. And the full extent of the law is thrown at his stupid ass. And fuck Ricky Scrotum for fucking posing with him in that fucking picture.
Hold up. So are you saying that old Kyle here needs the needle? Are you authorizing the needle?
The full extent of the law, life in prison.
Well, the full extent of the law would be the needle, sir.
I don't believe in the death penalty, and you know that.
Well, I mean, you said the law, though. The law would be the needle.
Yes, but President-elect Biden is going to do away with the death penalty. He said so earlier today on NPR.
Well, President-elect Biden still has to get that through a Republican-controlled Senate. And good luck with that one.
You can do it.
Good luck with that one. Manic Hispanic. Let's start there. Common sense is seriously lacking here. This motherfucker is wearing a rifle shirt. And his lawyer is standing right next to him.
Common sense doesn't matter. Haven't you figured that out, Mike? It's not about what happened. It's about what you can prove.
Look, he needs some serious mental testing done, because if I killed anyone, whether it was self-defense or what have you, like fear for my life, self-defense, like no other choice or what have you.
Be smiling.
I would not be that okay, especially at 17. Like they need to test him. I'm pretty sure he's a fucking psychopath.
I agree. The fact that they
look
let
at
him
his
out,
face. It is disturbing. It makes me think of when you see those disturbing photos, it's like, oh, disturbing photos of people minutes before something happened. They're like with their killer, just smiling. Like that's what that picture made me think of. I'm like, you got to be a special kind of fucked up, no matter what the situation, you had to kill someone, to just be that okay with having had killed someone. Like the father that beat a man to death in Texas because he was caught raping his daughter felt like shit for having beat a man to death and called the cops crying.
To be fair, though, the people that are bashing the judge need to sit down and shut the fuck up. Because I don't think that judge ever thought any way, shape, or form that this 17-year-old kid, would be able to raise $2 million.
No.
I would just like to say, shut the fuck up, bashing the judge. It's not his fault.
I'm pretty sure that judge looked at the situation and thought there's no way he could raise $2 million when he had to break so many state laws to premeditatedly like accomplish this. Like, I'm sorry, but like I'm so disturbed by the case with the 17-year-old because of how he looks after having killed
Well,
people.
they keep bringing up the fact that he's a 17-year-old. There have been 13-year-olds tried as adults in this country. They need to stop doing that. You know,
Wasn't the first person killed with the death penalty a 14-year-old black boy, or like a young black boy?
Well, I mean, if you go back to the history, you know, of the entire nation, there have been children killed in this country, infants killed in this country, you know, by whites. But anyway, Rittenhouse should be tried as an adult. He was indoctrinated with hate by his mother. You know, she drove him there. She dropped him off. He went there to kill somebody. That's the sole purpose why he was there, and he accomplished that. He killed 2. So yeah,
and he broke state laws in both his home state and in what Kenosha's in Wisconsin to do it. Like,
right.
The cognitive dissonance is astounding. I can't with that conversation.
Well, I mean, if you saw that video of him a month earlier where he was beating the shit out of the girl, he is a piece of shit. Okay? There's nothing about him. He went there to physically harm someone.
I would agree, though, with Tropic Thunder that more speaks up here, though, I think. I think the dude does have some sort of disassociative disorder.
No, I really think that I don't think prison is the best place for him. I really think he needs like a mental institution. He needs to be tested, like evaluated.
We don't have those anymore in this
I wouldn't say he's
We don't have state hospitals anymore. We have prison. So unless we do open up state hospitals for criminally insane people again, prison is the best place for him.
Wait, hold on. What was Reagan's killer in?
What?
What was Reagan, or not Reagan's killer? What was Reagan's attempted assassin in? He was in a mental facility.
Yeah, he was put into a mental facility, but not a state run. You know, Reagan actually shut down all the state-run mental facilities across the nation during his presidency. That's why we have so many homeless vets and homeless people, because that's where most of them were at the time. And he just released them all. They went everywhere, you know, and Reagan was a really shit president for doing shit like that. So,
sir.
But, you know, I'm going to bring up the Central Park 5. They were young, right? And they didn't do what they were accused of, and they didn't murder it. Like, there was no one killed in the crime that they were convicted for. And look at them. I expect the full extent of like at least that with Kyle Rittenhouse, who killed people, and it was premeditated, and he broke so many laws to do it. Like, I don't understand.
I would agree. You know, I look at this kid and, you know, looking at him with posing with the rifle shirt on and stuff, instantly the first thought that came up to my mind was Zimmerman signing the bags of Skittles. That's first thought that flashed through my mind was Zimmerman with the Skittles. I don't think the kid takes it seriously. I do think that, like you said, he's got some sort of...
Why should he take it seriously? We live in a society that rewards white supremacy, rewards white violence towards minorities, rewards male violence towards women and other men. Our entire society revolves around violence, male violence, white male violence. So, of course,
well, I mean, there was a $500,000 of that $2 million that was raised through people on a fucking GoFundMe. So, I hazard to say that you are right, Sean, on that part.
Right.
Who the fuck donated to that? I need your fucking name, your fucking address, and I want to fucking come to your fucking front door and ask you what the fuck you're thinking.
Are you going to give them some white male violence?
What?
Are you going to give them some white male violence?
No, I'm not going to give them some white male violence.
I think any average person...
I literally want to know what the fuck they were thinking.
I think any average working class person that donated to that but can't donate to their local communities, like... their time or a fucking $1 of their money, You're a worthless piece of shit, and you don't stand for justice or anything. You're a bigot,
And
you're just as fucked up in the head, in my opinion.
everything Sean just said about Ricky Schroeder, I mean, yeah, you're a
Ricky
piece of
Scrotum.
shit,
Ricky Scrotum.
Yeah, Ricky Scrotum, you're a fucking piece of shit too. Manic Hispanic, what's your thoughts on this kid somehow fucking... Once again, I think the people bashing the judge, I understand the families being upset because, I mean, they're fucking kids killers on the loose now. But anybody else that's like, man, fuck that judge for even giving him a bail, calm your ass down. Sorry, Manny Hispanic, go ahead.
As far as the judge is concerned, I think there are certain staples that they tend to do. Somebody accused of this gets this much bail first time, first offender. So I just think he went with a regular, well, this is what we usually do, so this is what we'll do.
Yeah.
So nobody should be blaming a judge on this.
I would disagree, because if that had been a black man and had murdered 2 white people, they'd have thrown the book at him. That'd have been like $10 million bail. Nobody would have helped the kid at all.
Do you have some case?
Yeah, all over the country, from New York to Hawaii to Alaska. It happens every day. You can look at comparisons. The exact same charges of a white man versus a black man or child, right? The blacks usually get a harsher sentence, a quicker sentence, thrown in jail. In fact, while Kyle Rittenhouse is out there, dancing with, Ricky Scrotum, dancing with Ricky Scrotum on camera there, I've been seeing all these posts about this one black guy who was arrested for supposedly stealing a backpack and spent 3 years in jail waiting for his trial and committed suicide. I mean, 3 years. Why would anyone have to wait 3 fucking years and he spent 2 years in solitary confinement? What the fuck is that? This kid, can have a GoFundMe account and be free and hang out with Ricky Scrotum.
Manic Hispanic, go ahead. I know you were finishing your thought there.
I don't know what you want me to say, Sean. Okay. I mean, none of us control any of that.
Right.
None of us can change any of that.
Well, I think we could if we held our politicians accountable, but we keep re-electing these assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, we just threw
So
the
give
big
us a
one
better
out,
option. When are you going to start running?
I can't, because I'm an atheist. They won't allow me to run in Arkansas.
We'll move to California. There you go.
Well, I don't want
privilege.
I want to change the laws here.
I love that. What privilege?
So just up and move. No, I really would say that to them if they were being serious.
Up and move.
Social kind of privilege.
Let them take.
I wish I could just up and move somewhere.
It was Dick that changed his residency, right? Dick Cheney?
Oh, I thought you were talking about your boyfriend.
It was Dick Cheney that randomly changed his residence to Wisconsin, right?
Well, the guy's a goddamn billionaire thanks to Halliburton.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Privilege. Trump, since he's been in office, changed his residence to Florida because I don't think fucking he would survive in Queens at this point. But
anyways, as far as Kyle. Bottom line is, it all comes down to who's got the better attorneys. Right. It's going to be what can you prove, and in this day and age, intent seems to matter more than anything, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, we were just talking about this last week at the show. I said, I think that the dude in Minnesota, I fucking forget the jackass's name that killed George Floyd. He's probably going to get off because they dropped the 3rd-degree murder charge. So they basically gave him the steal signal by leaving the 2nd and taking off the 3rd.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though, unfortunately. They made it 10 times harder for them to be able to do anything.
They drag it out until it's out of the public eye, and then they sweep it under the rug.
That's very true. It's very true. Okay, y'all. American Idiot of the Week. Mine's going to go ahead and go to Ricky Scrotum, as Sean calls him. You're a jackass, and you're a detriment to this country, and I've never advocated for somebody ending their own life, but Ricky, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to please jump off the ride. Sean, your turn.
Well, thanks for taking my thunder because that was my idiot of the week. Yeah, so Ricky Schroeder, this child actor that was nominated for an Oscar for The Champ. If you guys probably don't know about that movie.
Up, champ!
Yeah, he starred in Silver Spoons. He was in NYPD Blue. Gosh, what is that Western? Lonesome Dove. He was in Lonesome Dove. So a lot of people know him. A lot of people don't.
A lot of boomers know him.
Yeah, like Scott Baio and like Kevin Sorbo from Hercules. He's a conservative.
Really? I didn't know Kevin Sorbo was.
Yeah, you should look on Facebook every now and then. Look up some of the people that act and look what they really believe in. But yeah, he is one of the conservatives, but he's more of an extremist than most are, and that's the thing that disappoints me. That's why I say he's the idiot of the week. Trying to portray this fucking murderer as a hero. That's fucked up. That's wrong. So yeah, he's my idiot of the week.
Oh, we got two. We got two for Ricky Scrotum. Antonio or Manic Hispanic. I apologize.
No, I would like to concede my spot to Tropic Thunder.
Oh, okay.
And ladies first. Since none of these other gentlemen want to be gentlemen.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Tropic Thunder.
I'm sorry. I'm the prettiest one here, so I always think I should go first. I'm sorry.
That receding hairline says different.
American Idiot. No, it's not going to be a politician or anything. It's going to be user 79554780288073 from TikTok, who couldn't argue with me anymore based on facts or evidence. So, based on my face and my picture, called me little one and told me comments would make me TikTok's famous. Thank you so much for telling me that you think I'm young and beautiful and young enough to be a part of famous Gen Z on TikTok. Thank you so much.
Hey, there you go.
And also making me look really smart in a comment thread full of imbeciles.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, Manny Hispanic.
Yo, Joe.
Okay, Joe.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden is my pick of the week because of his picks of the week.
Okay.
If this is the best he's going to do, I hope they go ahead and give him his final solution so Kamala can come up and really change something.
God damn.
You guys,
now.
You guys sound like me all of a sudden, throwing out the final solutions that people should kill themselves and stuff. I mean, I get Joe's a boomer, and I support that 100%.
Just didn't expect it from me. I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm wondering if this is really our broadcast after you said all that. Am I dreaming?
I was not expecting him to come after Joe that hard. I mean, shit, I just offer him a redo on some of these picks. Damn.
Is it too late to abort Joe Biden?
Not according to the Democrats.
No, it's only been about 6 weeks since his inception to president-elect. Wait, no, it's not even that. It's like 3 weeks. We're still way premature. It's all good.
No, but I will say this, as we get ready to get out of here for the night and for the week, I will say this, though. Manic Hispanic makes a damn good point. As a Republican, if this doesn't change very drastically, as long as Trump ain't on the right side of the ticket, I'm probably voting Republican in 4 years.
Really?
He
After
has done
all this. You're going to go back?
He has done nothing to prove to me that he's going to do what he said he would. He said that he would unite us. He said that he would. All he has done since he is gotten the band back together. Like I said, hand in the air. That sure fucking worked well for you last time.
Just because he's not handpicking Republicans to be on his cabinet.
I'm not even saying a Republican. Give me somebody better than John fucking Kerry on climate. At least somebody that knows what the fuck climate is.
You don't think John Kerry knows what climate is?
I mean, I have my doubts. The
Okay,
motherfucker
so
is
let's,
military. Give him a military post.
Reach out to him and get him on the show. Let's talk to John Kerry about climate change.
I will be more than happy. I will message his office this week. With that being said, though, I will say this, everybody on the left bashed Donald Trump when Ben Carson was named the director of the Housing and Urban Development. But guess what? We don't know what kind of qualifications he had. Your first response to me on John Kerry was, do you know if he's done anything on climate?
Right.
But we do
know that Donald Trump only put Ben Carson there because it was an office with the word urban in it.
With that being said, I'm just saying he's gonna have to do some better fucking shit than this, because this was a bad first shot across the aisle for me.
We definitely have to see what he's going to do.
I agree.
Because
I'm not 100%.
So far, all it looks like is he's falling right back into this is a democratic way that we do things. And if that's what we're going to get again, then yeah.
He's, like I said earlier, he's getting to the point where with him where he could potentially alienate the same Republicans that crossed party lines and voted for him. That's not a good thing for him. Like I said, he has got to extend an olive branch. Sean, I know in your crazy mind where you want to be a homer for the leftists, you think that they should do whatever the fuck they can to go as left as humanly possible.
Joe Biden is not following what I would want him to do. He is
I agree.
Nothing close to a leftist.
But what I'm saying is, even you, in your sane, non-homer mind for leftists, have to admit he's gonna have to give the right some red meat to be able to fucking satisfy what, that he's not gonna do some crazy shit. There's a lot of people that voted for him just because he wasn't Donald Trump that are Republicans and are expecting to have a somewhat not radical change over the next 4 years.
I don't know if he was going to do what I wanted him to do. Yeah, Al Gore would be a part of it. Hillary Clinton would be a part of it. Michelle Obama would be a part of it. I mean, there's so many people.
Here's the sad piece, though. At least Al fucking Gore makes sense.
Yeah, I would have brought AOC onto the team.
You done lost your goddamn mind on that one. She's as bad as Nancy.
Okay, you've lost your mind on that.
Are you kidding me, Nancy? You were comparing AOC to Nancy Pelosi.
She is as toxic for the right. Remember, I'm arguing that he needs to extend an olive branch. She is as toxic for the right.
He needs to come out swinging and do everything he can.
He better if he wants to get reelected, or if he
doesn't need to be
vice
reelected.
president to get reelected.
He doesn't need to get reelected.
I will put it this way: if Kamala or him want to be there after 2024, he better change some shit with the quickness.
Nah, it'll be all right, man.
He cannot.
Time will tell.
Unless Donald Trump is running against him, he had better do something because he cannot.
We have just survived the worst 4 years in presidential history.
Here's the thing, though. You cannot expect another. Here's the thing, though. In 4 years, I guarantee you we will not have, unless Donald Trump's on the ballot, we will not have another 140 million people come vote. And without 140 million people, Joe Biden probably loses this election.
Okay.
So
and then somebody else takes over, and then we keep playing our game. I mean, it is what it is.
You like to see the fucking ball keep rolling. I want to see some actual fucking bringing back towards the center. I hate this division that we're getting in politics. You want to see it go as left as possible. I want to see it come to the middle. I want to see motherfuckers actually be able to talk to each other and actually be able to get something done. Because your side and the Trump Republican sides, nobody's getting a goddamn thing
Come on,
done.
man. This started way back when. There's been divisions. There's been stagnant, administrations in the past. There have been
Sean, from
partisans.
2012 on, not a goddamn thing has gotten done.
Yes, thanks to Mr. Mitch McConnell.
Is it only Mitch's fault? Is Mitch the only one there that can control anything?
Yeah, Mitch McConnell right now is the most powerful man in the country. Is he not? Think about it. How many pieces of legislation are sitting on his desk?
Here's the thing. It goes both ways. The telephone works both ways. Negotiations work both ways.
No, I'm not interested in having sex with you. You need to quit asking, okay?
Negotiations go both ways. I'm just saying.
Do they
you
really?
You can't put everything at the foot of Mitch.
I can.
Part of it's going to be at the foot of Nancy, in my opinion.
Okay,
both of them like to dig their goddamn heels in.
Mitch McConnell
and they need to fucking learn to negotiate.
Bullshit. When President Obama became president, and what did he say? We will not pass anything.
And yes, you're right. It's all the Republicans' fault. And this is the reason why we have the division we have right now.
I didn't say the Republicans.
You literally just said it's Mitch McConnell's fault. Manny Hispani, did he say it's all Mitch McConnell's fault?
Mitch McConnell, not the Republicans, because there are some.
Mitch McConnell is not the Republican Party. He's one man. He's a very powerful man, and he is the one that has caused all this bullshit. Almost single-handedly.
I disagree. I think that it's people like Mitch that don't like to negotiate, and they're the problem with where we are right now. That's why we're so divided. That's why we have people like Donald Trump actually having an option to be put into the White House. It's a problem, and if it doesn't change, if we're getting the band back together again, we're going to be here in 4 to 8 years again with another Donald Trump-like figure. Tom Cotton. Is that not scary? Do we not want to make sure that shit doesn't happen?
Dude, we just elected a fucking reality TV star that basically turned America into the laughing stock of the world for the past 4 years. Anything at this point is better. Anything is better. Okay, Joe Biden's better. If he fucks up, if Tom Cotton comes in, Tom Cotton's still better than a fucking Donald Trump.
Well, we're not setting the bar very high, but what I'm saying is we are allowing radicals to take over both sides.
No, we're not.
There's
there are
no
radicals on the Democratic side that are taking over. You have a centrist neoliberal who loves capitalism, who has big pharma, by the balls, doing this. Okay,
we're allowing people who refuse to negotiate to take over both sides.
On the Democratic side, we have extremists on the right side, but when we're looking at the Democratic, our left side, it's very center, and it's still right of center. So,
all I'm saying is we got people who are unwilling to negotiate, and this does not look well.
I will agree there. There are people unwilling to negotiate, but saying there's radicals in office on both sides, that's just absolutely false, because there's no real leftist in our political system right now that has a seat or any say or anything. That doesn't exist.
And Joe Biden has said that he wants to negotiate and he wants to be bipartisan. Mitch McConnell has already said he's not going to do anything to help this administration. He's already said he's going to stonewall this administration.
What has Joe's picks today said about him wanting to negotiate?
Dude, his picks are whatever they are. He needs to be in a meeting with fucking Mitch McConnell. Okay, and they just need to fight to the fucking death. That's what they need to do.
God damn it.
Winner take all.
But all I'm saying is, once again, you've not reached across the aisle at all with these picks. This is Joe Biden digging his feet into me. That's the problem.
I wouldn't even say that, because
Yeah, I
most of the
wouldn't say
people
that
he's
either.
picked, they're still right of center. Like they're not they're not that progressive at all. Like
And I don't know that
they
it's
might be
him.
saying universal health care for the
Yeah.
most part now, but they're still not very radical. I don't think that's radical. The fact that so many Americans do is like honestly ridiculous. Like you're gonna pick healthcare to be the reason you think these are radical leftists? They're not. They're just not.
I mean, the last 4 years, the word liberal has been demonized to mean something as frivolous as the word communism, okay, or a Marxist. Liberals are not.
Hold up, did we
Are
just get in our
leftists.
best debate over like the afterthoughts before we went off the air? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, Manicus Manic, you wanted to say something.
I was gonna say that I forgot what I was gonna say.
No, I mean, my thing is this here.
Oh, hey, I learned Spanish for this moment. Lo siento. Was that right?
Lo siento.
Yeah, okay.
T sounds like a TH in that word.
Lo siento.
A
Like
lot
that?
of Republicans that I've talked to have blamed the previous administration before Trump as the reason why they voted for Trump.
No, they should be honest about it and say it's because a black guy was in the White House.
Nobody asked you yet. With that being said, the playbook should read, let's not step in the same pile of shit again. But we're getting the band back together again, and we're doing a tap dance routine in that same pile of shit.
I would be more likely to agree with you if people were criticizing Obama's policies or even looking at them as much as they were looking at his skin color when he was in office.
Well,
Right.
motherfucker, I
Looking at
passed
his skin
Obama's
color when I
policies.
voted
I didn't
for
like
Trump.
Obama's policies.
Huh?
Me
I wasn't
and
looking
Sean.
at his.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
was not looking at his skin color when I voted for Trump.
Me and Sean used to have 2-hour debates every
Well, they
morning
weren't
at
running
work.
against each other. I was just making a point of.
Oh, no, yeah.
Against
A
what
majority
Michael
of Republicans,
said.
yes, I would agree, Sean. You're right. It had something to do with him being black. I would agree. But there was also that underlying tone of, he did this, he did that. Think about the number one thing I told you that, some Republicans I've talked to have said about what President Biden's going to do. There's this fear that abortion is going to be legalized up until the day that a baby is born now. Not going to happen.
That's bullshit.
But exactly. But guess what? These are the people that are going to continue to vote.
Okay, so abortion has reached its limit as far as how far they can push it, except for an extreme danger for the mother. Okay, that's it. All right. No one
but you
is
had
trying.
that on both sides, Sean. You had people saying that, well, Trump is going to do away with it completely because of this and that. So,
This is true.
There were people that were saying that, and he did his fucking damnedest to put the right people in the right place to get a challenge to Roe versus Wade, which could still happen. I don't think it will be overturned. I don't think
I
that
don't
Roberts. I don't think
it should be
that way.
I don't even think they're going to try.
I don't either.
No, there are right wingers out there that are trying to push their cases right now, waiting to be heard by the Supreme Court that involve abortion. And some people are worried about it. I'm not. I don't think Roberts and Kavanaugh will be the ones to actually push that through.
Oh, fuck no.
All the other ones, yes, but not Roberts or Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh won't touch that shit with the 10-foot pole.
I think what needs to happen is one of these dumbasses that have killed a woman who is pregnant and is being charged for 2 murders needs to get a team together and challenge that second life was a lie.
I'm sure it has happened before, though.
What purpose?
That's interesting, though.
I've
I've actually
them to finally make a
good point,
decision
though.
as to whether a fetus is a life or not. Because
No,
if it's
that's a good
not a
point.
life,
I'm
then
sure
you
it's
can't charge
happened.
them with 2 murders.
A fetus is a potential life. If that mother was going to keep that fetus to progression, then that is why they go after murder.
Now, I'm sure.
But it's
doesn't matter.
potential life.
If they make
it does,
them
it
make a
does matter
decision,
because it's only potential life.
Can we
your
just say
head
how
out of
pretty
your
Tolly's
brain,
kid
Tally.
is?
Baby all the way up to the 9th month.
Hi, kitty. Hi.
Tally with her
Tally's got
pussy all up in the screen.
When they were still
Damn.
really tiny, I would walk around in my big ass sweatpants and put one in either pocket and just walk up to Ross and gesture at my pockets and be like, pocket pussy.
Okay, no, but Sean, these are the things, and these are the voters that are going to be watching Biden. Like, that's why I'm saying there needs. I'm not necessarily even saying that I'm necessarily
He hasn't even
against his
started day one
administration.
yet, and you're already saying you're going to go ahead and vote Republican in the
I
next
did not
election.
say that. I said if things don't
did.
change. No, I said if things don't change.
If it looks like Biden is just going to be the same old Democrat that has been in play, then
If
yeah,
he's not going to move the needle
I'm gonna
towards
continue to vote
negotiation,
Republican.
if he's not going to move the needle towards negotiation,
I gotta
I
take
told
this
you.
call.
Okay.
be good,
I
Tolly.
told you
Bye,
that
guys.
nothing is
Good night.
going to change from this administration to Biden. Nothing.
All
The
I'm saying
wars are
is,
still going to go on. Immigration's still going to be a fucking issue. The Supreme Court's still going to be a fucking issue about everything. Nothing's changing.
all I'm saying is,
It's
I
all
don't
the
want.
same shit that was
Part
going on
of
when
what
Obama
I'm
was the
saying
president.
is, I don't
Yeah.
want another Trump. That's part of what I'm saying
You
too.
are going to get another Trump in your lifetime. It's going to happen. Okay? We will have an open white supremacist become the president of this country someday. That will
Oh, I
fucking
highly disagree
that
with that.
will mark my words. If you live longer than me,
If
you will
Donald Trump couldn't get elected after vowing not to condemn white supremacy, there's no way that an open white supremacist is going to be
It'll
elected
happen.
president of the United States.
It will happen. The pendulum swings both ways, man. And it went pretty hard right. It's come back to the middle, right? It's not going to go left. It's going to come back to the right. It could happen.
We'll see. And like I said, I never said I'm going to definitely vote Republican in the next election. I said I want to see him do something to convince me to vote for him.
How about the fact he's not a Republican?
I don't
Not
vote
good
on
enough
name
for me.
alone. I learned my lesson there. How many people are voting for Donald J. Trump because he's a Republican? I learned my lesson there. I don't vote on name alone. Anyway, with that being said, let's get out of here, y'all. For the Manic Hispanic and the pretty boy Sean Castleberry, I'm Money Mike. Tropic Thunder had to drop out, but hope y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Peace, love, and all of that. And that was a good debate, y'all.